Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions: please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness, is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trubhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti as 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti as 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase. Agora Murti has his 5 face. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, five faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Sannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst prosecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. First experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All his ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas form the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. original Agamas Yogapada, the science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the rishis, munis, ganas, nayanamars, alvars, and siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for decreasing the size of an object, Anima power, powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang, Bhagavad Gita decoded. Let's listen to the powerful cognition.
One day over, the Swami is sitting, king is sitting, the whole army is sitting. Not even a single word was transpired. No instruction, nothing. They did not even greet each other. Just is sitting. 2 days over. 3 days over. Now this master thought, it is too much. The poor guy has to go for his food. He has to at least eat. 3 days, no food. No 1, no 2, no 3. Simply is sitting. The whole army is sitting. And now master thought, this guy should go back to his kingdom, his palace. He has to take care of the country. 3 days he is sitting. Just he opened his eyes and said, now you can go. Simply the king straight away fell flat at his feet, did namaskar and came out. Then he calls the poet and says, what Bharani, you can sing Dharani for him. Dharani means a person who killed 10,000 elephants. Then the poet makes a beautiful statement. Killing 1,000 elephant or 10,000 elephant is easy. It's not a big deal. Just have weapons, you can simply kill. But killing your mind is a real achievement. Here, this master killed his mind, and not only killed his mind, he can kill anybody's mind who comes and sits in his presence. Comes and sits in his presence. So, killing 10,000 elephant doesn't need courage. Killing your mind needs courage. All you need for the real spiritual life is courage, sincerity to experiment with the truth. We always lack that one thing. We listen everything. Whoever speaks, wherever pravachana or lecture, discourse goes on, we go. Read all books. But when it comes to reality, no, for practical purposes, Swamiji, we should have our own things. You compromise. You just compromise. Compromising is what I call cowardness. Please understand, man who compromises will never experience anything in his life. Not only the spiritual life, even the very life. He can never experience the very life itself. Sincerity to single truth is enough. Please understand, sincerity to a single truth is enough. Nothing else is necessary. You don't have to do big things. Please be very clear. You can't call somebody as big person if he does a big thing. What he does is not important. How he does is important. There was a great saint called Nammalvar. In Tamil Nadu he lived. Throughout his life he did only one thing. He made garlands for Vishnu, that's all. Nothing else. He will pluck flowers from garden and make garlands and give it to the god. That's all. Nothing else. Simple, making garlands. That's all. Nothing else. He became enlightened. There are so many enlightened masters. They did not do big things. They did very small things, but in a big way. What they did, they had a deep trust. And one more enlightened person, he did not even make garlands and offer. Every day he will throw one stone towards Shivalinga. Yes, his name is called Chakya Nayanar. He is a Buddhist monk. Because he is a Buddhist monk, publicly he cannot worship Shivalinga. But he has got tremendous respect and devotion for Shiva. Somehow he became Buddhist monk. And in Buddhism, from the young age, you will be given to monastery. In one family, at least one son will be given to monastery. They will bring him up and make him as Buddhist monk. So he was given away like that to Buddhist monastery. But he had a deep devotion for Shiva. Every day, he will go near to a nearby Shiva temple. It's not a temple, a small Shivalinga under a tree. From distance, he will take one stone and think it is a flower and throw that stone on the linga and come away. Even if somebody sees, if they ask, hey, what are you doing? He can say, I am only throwing stones at linga. Throwing stones towards Shiva. And he will throw that stone and come away. And he became enlightened. Suddenly one day, when he threw that stone, one old man appeared and asked, what are you doing? No, I am just throwing stones at linga. towards Shivalinga. Old man said, no, the way in which you throw, it shows your devotion. You may throw stone, but the way in which you are throwing, that shows your devotion. Tell me who you are. Then he says, by somehow I am born in the Buddhist family, but I am deeply devoted to Shiva. Every day I come and offer my being to him by throwing this stone. Immediately the old man turns and gives his darshan as Shiva and gives him enlightenment. Understand, what you do is not important. Even if you sweep your house, even if you clean your house, it's okay. But do it with complete, intense sincerity in that moment. Live in that moment. Understand? Spiritual practice does not mean you will go away to some forest, you will hold your nose 10 times and this time and that way and this way. You will torture yourself. No. Do anything but with intense sincerity. Let you have courage to express whatever you believe. Let you have courage to work, to experiment with whatever you believe. Whatever you believe, have courage to experiment. Don't bother about the truth which you are believing is ultimate truth or not. You will not know whether it is ultimate truth or not unless you have the courage to experiment with it. Without experimenting, you cannot conclude. If you conclude without experimenting, it is again prejudice. It is prejudice. You cannot conclude without experimenting. All you need is the courage to experiment with the truth which you believe. In Tamil, they have 3 words for Satya. 3 words just to express the same word Satya. They say one word is Vaimai, means speaking the truth through mouth. Another one is Unmai, speaking the truth through your mind or heart. Third word, beautiful word, Meimai. The word means speaking, living the truth, your body, through your body. In Tamil, Mei means body. Living the truth through your body. Speaking the truth through mouth, all of us can understand. Thinking the truth through the mind, all of us can understand. But what it means by the word, living the truth through body, that we never heard. We all miss the boat only in that point. We all continuously think about truth. Go on contemplating whole day, morning till night. We all speak what we think as truth. Otherwise also wife will find out. She will find out. But we forget one important thing. Executing the truth in the life. Living the truth in the life. That is where we miss.
Beautiful truth. Bhagwan gave a powerful cognition. Word, action, and thought being in authentic. Beautifully, Bhagwan gave the truth in word, action, and thought, how we need to live in integrity. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 7a. Maranam ghādyate tena sakenapi na ghādyate tasya syat parama siddhe animadi guna prada वायुः सन्नचरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेद् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगल्तीयूसमपि वर्धते मरणं खाद्यते तेन स केनापि न खाद्यते तस्य स्यात् परमा सिद्धिर् अनिमादिगुणप्रदा वायुः सनचरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेद् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगलप्तीयूषमपि वर्धते.
Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth from the source scriptures. Shiva Samhita 5.7678. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, death is eaten by him, he is eaten by none. He manifests the highest powers such as Anima, Laghima, Mahima, etc. The Vayu wind energy moves equally throughout his body. The juices of his body also are increased. Rasa vritti, the nectar exuding from the eternal lotus, also increase in him. Bhagavan beautifully said how the authenticity we have to live. Unless we live it in the physical form, which is most forgotten in actions, we are not going to grasp the authenticity. He is very clear that just in words, just in thoughts is not good enough to live the highest reality as our consciousness. But in action is the most important to break the boredom and tiredness and start raising to the higher reality. People speak in words, speak in thoughts, but in action, they do not take the decision to again and again align that I am Paramashiva. I am Paramashiva. This is action happening from the space of Paramashiva. This is manifestation of Paramashiva. Being in the gratitude, being in the assertive space that I am Paramashiva, powerful space, Bhagavan says that is required when you physically in body experience it and start living it. Only then the shift of clarity happens. Only if you have lots of clarity, whatever you are doing, just before you even think, it will all keep happening. If you're getting stuck in many situations, we have to be very clear that continuously we are inauthentic. Only when we are inauthentic, we are stuck with whatever we try to do. Whenever we are stuck, it is we have to clear the inner space that we are inauthentic, we are not aligned to the reality that I am Paramashiva. Only if we align to the space I am Paramashiva, from that context, if you start functioning, it is very important. Bhagavan says, yes, I'm not asking you to throw stones at Shivalinga, but the context that Nayanamar, Alvar, all of these people, they lived is pure devotion. Just can't I get 1 minute to throw that stone on Shivalinga? Because he lived that pure context, that became very beautiful, that it became a reality that Shiva himself came and blessed him. Continuously having that context, bringing that context, living that context in physical way only breaks the whole integrity and authenticity in us. Bhagavan clearly says, without practicing it in everything that we do, whether sweeping the floor or cleaning something or doing puja, the context that we are in is very, very important. Are we in the present moment? Are we in the space I am Paramashiva? Are we powerful? Are we doing this, all this from the powerful space? Then whatever we do will become auspicious, Bhagavan says. With such a powerful cognition, let's go to Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana for decreasing the size. Here, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9. Mother binds Lord Krishna. When Yashoda tried to tie Krishna to the tree, the size of the rope will be decreased. One day, the maidservants being engaged in other work, Mother Yashoda was churning the yogurt into butter herself, and in the meantime, Krishna came and requested her to allow him to suck her breast and take milk, of course. Mother Yashoda immediately allowed him to do so. But when she saw that the hot milk on the oven was boiling, and therefore she immediately stopped allowing Krishna to drink and the milk and went to stop the milk on the oven from overflowing. Krishna, however, having been interrupted in the business, he was angry. He took piece of stone, broke the churning pot, entered a room where he began to eat the butter. When Mother Yashoda came back, she went in search for him, and she entered the room. She saw Krishna standing on the olakai, a large mortar for grinding spices. Having turned the mortar upside down, he was stealing the butter hanging from the swing and distributing the butter to the monkeys. As soon as Krishna saw his mother had come, he immediately began to run away. Mother Yashoda began to follow him. After some time distance, Mother Yashoda was able to catch Krishna, and who, because of his offense, was crying Mother Yashoda. Of course, threatened to punish Krishna, he acted the way again. She decided to bind him with a rope. Unfortunately, when the time came to knot, the rope with which she wanted to bind him was short by a distance equal to the width of the finger. When she made the rope longer by adding another rope, she again saw that it was short by a finger, again and again and again and again and again. Thus, she became very tired. Krishna, seeing her affection, mother so tired, allowed himself to be bound. When Yashoda tried to tie Krishna to a tree, the size of the rope will be decreased. One day, the maidservants, so beautiful, the mother tried to tie Krishna. Mother tried to tie Krishna, but after that he pulled that mortar and broke the tree and liberated 2 more people. Every action of Krishna blessed the humanity continuously. Now we'll go to Atma Pramana.
That I remember the foundational principles, sacred secrets. Our inner space is responsible for what we are manifesting. Whether in your profession, health, relationship, life. Let's open the source of Adi Shakti in inner space. Experience that oneness. Experience that pure oneness. Experience that pure oneness. That I am pumping all of you with this new Shakti, Adi Shakti. I'll initiate all of you today into a very new power, very
just freshly downloaded software. Tested, verified beautifully. The power, actually it is like a connecting, the few powers I earlier initiated, like connecting the power of body scanning and spiritual healing. Start manifesting this power. Understand, whenever you manifest powers, Adi Shakti, integrity will not be a struggling moral practice. It will be a lifestyle. Taking bath, brushing your teeth, is it a struggling moral practice for you every day? It is a struggling moral practice for a very low, uncultured lifestyle human beings. But for any decent, cultured human being, it's a lifestyle. You will feel uncomfortable if you have not brushed your teeth and taken bath. Same way, a powerful being, integrity is a lifestyle. It's not struggling moral practice, lifestyle. Manifest these powers. The next bunch of power manifestation is starting successfully. It is time the next group gets groomed. Don't want to talk about the past. There is nothing right, wrong, good, bad in the past because it is dead. In dead, whether you find something right or wrong, what is the use? It's dead. Let's build the future. Now, once initiated, use this power immediately. Manifest, start reaching out to people, scan their body, heal them, cause them, enrich them for Mahasadashivoham.
Beautifully, Bhagwan told us about the power manifestation. Here, the manifestation of Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the millions of disciple devotees all around the world manifesting the Shakti and sharing their experience, the demonstrations. Here, power to decrease the size of an object, Anima. Ananda Maha Shakti, power of Anima, I was able to decrease the size of this object. She's saying that she has reduced the size of the object. She has drawn the outline of the object, and after the Mahavakya, she says the sight has reduced. So beautiful. Now you can go to the instruction for the power manifestation and the Pratyaksha Pramana before you start manifesting the powers.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Deadlifting. Powerlifting exercises can be harmful to shoulder, lower back, and knee injuries, from muscle strain, tendons chronic to fractures. The deadlift exercise utilizes the entire posterior chain in the body and is considered one of the most effective full body muscle building exercises. However, deadlifts can pose a risk of spinal damage. Deadlifts place force on the spinal disc, especially when done with heavy weight. If you perform these exercises with a rounded or arched back, the amount of disc compression increases substantially and can result in bulged disc, pinched nerves, or other issues. Preparation and step-by-step personal coaching are necessary for novice who wants to lift heavy weight. Charts are given to indicate the average weight one can lift depending on the gender, height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting powers of Ashta Maha Shaktis, power of increasing the size of others. Mahima, how adolescents from Nithyananda Gurukul can effortlessly uplift double the weight he should be able to lift for his height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting power of Ashta Maha Shaktis, powers to lift huge weights effortlessly, also known as Lagima, power to make things lighter.
The Shastra Pramana, the direct words of Mahasadashiva, where Sadashiva reveals how this Shakti manifests. It is from the Paushkar Agama, Vidyapada, Patala 6. Lagima shigrage vitvam pankadhavapya majjanam mahima vyapya chasthanam brihadendriyadadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, who'll be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nithyananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner, which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. If I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take this.
So that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Setting up things for decreasing the size of the object. Get the object, any object that you would like to, like a Atmalinga or a deity or Rudraksh, and have the scales, the measuring scales ready, the Jnananjan if you have it, and a camera with a timestamp. Now, please take a few minutes to set up the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen. Make sure where you're recording, the camera is facing you, and the object which you're changing, the decreasing the size, and the scales reading also is seen in the camera very clearly. Be in a bright and a quiet place. Make sure you are not missing any of the moment of recording these power manifestation. The ultimate Shakti is manifesting through you. If you do not have a scale, weighing scale, please download these apps so that you can place the object on the phone. Like Atmalinga, small deities, Rudraksh, which you can keep on the phone and measure the weight of it. So you can have the Android version or iPhone version. Please make a note of this to download and use these apps to weigh the object on your phone. Guidelines. Now start the video recording. Apply the Jnananjan between your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Measure the object on the scale and weigh on a cooking weighing scale or an app twice to confirm the same weight and the height of the length of the object also. Now gaze intensely and gently at the object without touching. Through your third eye, change the size of the object in front of you, making it lighter and shorter. If you're just manifesting the heat or Kundalini energy, making it heavier, that's okay. But if you can make it lighter or shorter by 5 to 10 units, it's perfect. Measure it again, the length and the weight twice to confirm the correctness of the object weight or the height, and see the change of 5 to 10 units, it'll be perfect. If you're manifesting just the Kundalini energy or only very small changes, is also good to start with. Verify authentically and share your videos and photos, before and after photos, with others and families and friends. Listen to others' experience of our manifestation.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched, because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand
You are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature. You will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagwan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Maha Sadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagwan gave beautiful explanation of how You can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for the decrease of the size of the object. Verify no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarana videos, Power manifestation videos. Verify video is not stopped or restarted in any time of the process of manifestation. All videos are verified with the timestamp. All videos have a wide angle view. Do not touch the object during the power manifestation process, making sure you do not tamper with the scales or the weighing machine apps. Do not add or remove any of the object to the scale to increase or decrease the weight of the object or the height of the object. Authentically, make sure you have 5 to 10 units. Accordingly, change that you can see visibly the differences. Thank you for participating in this power. Verification process for the decrease of the size of the object. Verify no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarana videos, Power manifestation videos. Verify video is not stopped or restarted in any time of the process of manifestation. All videos are verified with the timestamp. All videos have a wide angle view. Do not touch the object during the power manifestation process, making sure you do not tamper with the scales or the weighing machine apps. Do not add or remove any of the object to the scale to increase or decrease the weight of the object or the height of the object. Authentically, make sure you have 5 to 10 units. Accordingly, change that you can see visibly the differences. Thank you for participating in this power.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham